Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Okay guys, let's try to understand here what we could do in the beginning of the coming week. The coming week could carry a lot of surprises, especially on Monday when the Congress will vote on the possible strike on Syria. Well, maybe some other surprise could come. It's difficult to predict right now. Anyway, based on our analysis, we will try to search the possibility to enter on the long side of the market. So I do not want to break your anticipation pleasure from the reading of the weekly analysis. That's why I do not want to talk about the reasons and the major context for entering on the long side of the market. I think that I suggest you will read the weekly analysis and understand what is going on currently by yourself. Well, probably if you find our weekly research a bit boring, well guys, maybe just read the weekly part of it when we make an analysis of the weekly time frame. In fact, the weekly time frame contains the core of our trading plan for the coming week, and its core is really solid. In the recent time, it's very rare we saw such sort of the context on the every currency. That's why it's really thrilling setup currently, and I think that it will give us a chance to make some pips on it. Well, so we will try to enter long in the beginning of the week. The daily time frame in fact carries not much for us because major setup stands on the weekly time frame. Here I just draw the significant pivot points, since I know that you look for these numbers in the researches and the video updates. So here we have these lines are weekly pivot points, so that is new weekly pivot point for the coming week. That numbers for the weekly pivot point. Since monthly pivot point we have posted previously and they are not new. Weekly pivot point will stand around 131.69. Pivot support will coincide with the monthly pivot support. Pivot resistance stands right here, 132.34 area. Take a look what has happened on Friday. Market has shown the bounce from this support area, and that is not the simple support. That is the combination of the weekly pivot support one, and take a look. 50% support that Euro likes most of all. That is the 50% support of the whole move to the upside. This really strong area. Also recall that that was the 127 extension of that swing. That was our butterfly, by the way. That was also slightly higher than the target of this ABCD pattern. That was previously the confluence support on the daily time frame, but the major level still is the 50%. And market now is showing bounce. That is significant, since this is not just the minor bounce from the nowhere. That is really significant area. Well, that's why it makes significant sense for us, and this could really turn to some significant action to the upside, and we will keep an eye on it. Most important information stands on the 4-hour time frame and on the hourly time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, in fact, as we would like to enter on the long side of the market, we need the final part of the puzzle is the reversal pattern that could trigger this potential action to the upside. And guys, currently I in fact do not see anything else but this reverse 127 reverse hand and shoulder pattern. Well, market maybe will form something else a bit later, but currently, well, that is most obvious pattern that could be formed here, and in fact I do not see anything else. Well, take a look that we also have the divergence, and this is nice divergence. This is divergence that could be relied on because it has been formed at the strong daily support. That is the really valuable divergence. Well, market has formed potential left shoulder in the head. Now is the question about the forming of the right shoulder. And here we will try to estimate the level where we should take the possibility to enter on the long side of the market. And that analysis stands on the hourly time frame. trend has shifted bullish here, by the way, on the 4-hour time frame already. On the hourly time frame, it's a bit sophisticated chart that I rarely use in our researches, and it needs some explanation. So, as we expect that reverse head and shoulders pattern should be formed here, and this is 127 extension, since if we measure the extension of the left shoulder from this low to this high, we will see that head stands right at 127 extension. As we suggested, as I said, head and shoulders pattern, then we also suggest that some harmony should hold here. And market probably should form the right shoulder somewhere around the level that will give us the match to the 127 extension. So, in other words, the right shoulder should match to the 127 extension to the head. It means that market should show the retracement somewhere in this area. So that is the extension of the potential right shoulder. As you can see, I just matched the retracement so that it gives us the 127 extension right around the head. This level stands around 131.40 area. So, hence we have two possible chances to take the position. The second chance is if we will try to enter the retracement from the current swing, most recent swing to the upside. If market will give us the retracement from that swing in the beginning of the week when the market will open, for instance, market will show the 50%, 618 to the area around 131.45, 131.40. If we will get it, that's nice, because take a look at this level and that level is very close to each other. And that's not in fact matter whether you will enter here or here. I could say that entering from that swing is even better, because after that you probably will you should get the upper direction to the neckline. That will give you the room, the possibility to manage your position, manage your stop orders or something of that sort. So you will already have some profitable position, and that will just let you to feel comfortable with it. Well, that's the first opportunity. If market will start move to the upside right at the open without any bounce to the downside, when in this case we will have only the second chance. And for that chance we have that levels. That levels are based on the projected move to the upside, on that swing from that low to the neckline. And here we can see that 618 support stands 131.45, although the 127 extension shows even a bit lower action. One thing that I would like to call you guys is just do not stubbornly follow these anticipated and drawn lines, because market has some degree of the freedom with this action. So market, for instance, could show some deeper move to the upside, slightly higher than the neckline that I have drawn here. Market could form, for instance, slightly lower shallow retracement, maybe to 50%. Maybe this shoulder will be a bit smaller than that one. Do not let market to breathe freely. Just you follow the common sense. If market will start retracement here and market has reached an area around 131.50, 131.55, maybe this is the time to think about taking the position. Also, we do not want to see such action with the right shoulder. Here it's normal, because the market mechanics of the head and shoulders, for those of you who do not remember it, just visit our Forex military school and read it. Well, it's normal when the market forms this plunge, this miserable action to the downside in the beginning of the head and shoulders. It's also normal this action, but we do not want to see this action right at the right shoulder, because right shoulder is almost the in fact the giving up of the bears. This is the capitulation of the bears, and this is just a final attempt of the bears to move market lower, and it should be weaker than this action. I prefer to see something of that sort here, gradual action. So it means that, following the common sense, if you will see something of that sort here to the downside, it's not the deep retracement. This is probably not the time to take the long position. So be sensible for that action. Do not be too stubborn with the following our moments, because we can't anticipate anything that could happen on the market. Well, so that is our major analysis for the euro currency in the beginning of the week. Let's see how it will turn. But in general, the overall price action and the setups that now is forming here is really thrilling. It could give us really extended profit object. When you read the weekly analysis, you will understand it. Well, and let's see what will happen. Just guys, be careful, and follow the common sense. That is the key to the correct trading and wise trading on the market.